Let's speak here on LBC News to Offir Gutelzon, who co-founded the group Unacceptable 5 years ago to support protesters in Israel and to apply pressure from abroad to preserve Israel's democracy. Thank you very much for joining us here on LBC News tonight. Your view on today's events?
Hi, thank you for having me. So today is a really emotional day for all of us, Israelis and Jews around the world. To see our brothers and sisters being released from captivity after 2 years, and to see the pictures of many of the people that we fought to release. So we are really, really happy and very thankful to our President Donald Trump that was actually listening to the majority of the people of Israel and forced this end of the war and bringing all our brothers and sisters at home. So that's one side of the split screen that we're seeing. The other side that we are seeing is what we saw in the Knesset. And we saw the Prime Minister who actually is in charge of October 7 massacre, who was strengthening Hamas and let Hamas do the massacre. And for that, we are very, very worried that he is the one that stay around to fix. And what we have seen on the streets just 2 days ago and what we are seeing in the Knesset is two different things that pressure the idea that we are not our government.
That's quite a claim to make, and to allege that Benjamin Netanyahu was responsible for the Hamas attacks. Why do you say that?
So Hamas is a terrorist organization. Their attack is their attack. But Netanyahu was basically financing for many, many years and strengthening Hamas in order to avoid what practically is happening today, which is the path for a two-state solution. So while he was strengthening Hamas together with Qatar money and with others' support, that was his agenda. That's why we call him Hamas is an asset prime minister. That's what he did. That was his motivation. And for that, he needs to be, responsible. And that's one of the reasons why he never agreed for a national committee to investigate this massacre.
He is facing, isn't he, corruption investigations, and there have been claims that he's been trying to extend the conflicts, the war in Gaza, for his own political ends. Is that something that you agree with?
Yeah, I agree with. It's a very clear statement, and that's why, again, that's why the people of Israel had to go to the streets instead of the government actually working to make this justified war successful and short. And instead, we got an extended war that was forced on us as a people for many, many months over what we have seen. And for that, he needs to be accountable. And again, that's why we need to make sure that we are looking at the split screen, right? We are taking the energy from the power of the people that was able to get even President Trump to force Netanyahu, and use this happiness and this joy, turning it back to make sure that the people of Israel is winning over his prime minister, the corrupted prime minister.
Do you sense that elections are going to be rather imminent now, given that the war is over? The elections have to take place by next year, don't they, in Israel?
The election has to get next year, but again, timing is everything, and the election can be done earlier. And if Netanyahu feels stronger right now and gets support, then maybe he will decide to go earlier on election. We also need to remember that he's right now a minority government because the ultra-Orthodox are not in the government right now, but they give him support from the outside. So there is a budget to pass by the end of the year. And if the budget is not passed, then there will be election probably early next year.
We heard Benjamin Netanyahu saying that he will make Donald Trump's peace plan work. He is determined to make that peace succeed. Is that something that you believe that he's being sincere about?
Again, Netanyahu and Trump are both two types of the same people in the same persons. In the sense that they are doing what's good for them politically. And so again, we have just seen today what happened when basically Netanyahu was a persona non grata, was not invited to the Sharm el-Sheikh conference asked Trump to make sure that he is invited. And once he was invited, he said like, "Oh, I cannot come because of the holiday." So Netanyahu is Netanyahu. I mean, like he's doing what he would work for him politically gain and what will keep him out of jail from his corrupted trials. So I don't know if Netanyahu will bring us peace. I do know that peace is a word that is coming back to the jargon thanks to President Trump. And again, if you just to remember, I mean, like 6-7 months ago, Trump was talking about ethnic cleansing in Gaza, and that was a popular word. So now peace is becoming a popular word, so we are very happy about that. And we hope that this will be a path to finalize a solution between the Jewish and Palestinians, between the river and the sea.
Given the people who have been key to all this, though, the likes of Donald Trump, that we have heard suggestions that a lot of this has been today for show from Donald Trump. I heard a contributor saying that earlier. Do you say you're hopeful that things will move on and potentially will become a longer lasting peace, but there's quite a journey to go along that road yet, isn't there?
Yeah, again, the devil is in the details. We really hope that President Trump will stay around and want to make sure that the whole plan is happening. And we need to remember that the 20 points plan, Trump is calling it a peace process, which was peace agreement, etc. But it's practically an end of the war agreement and the implementation of recovery for Gaza. The path to peace is much longer, and we really hope to see it. I mean, but we need to also remember that President Trump today, when he came to the Knesset, as an Israeli American, we're also fighting for democracy here, not just in Israel. And we have seen him talking to the Knesset, where the Knesset was full of one-party people, mostly from the audience. Many of the hostage family could not even enter the Knesset. The president of court wasn't invited. The attorney general wasn't invited. So this was a one-sided, very badly organized to make sure that Bibi is getting what he wants, Prime Minister Netanyahu. So we need to remember, while we are really thankful for President Donald Trump, as Jewish and Israelis, we need to remember that that's also a sign to make sure that maybe he can use those type of tools that he used to bring Hamas and Israel to end the war. And maybe he can use one of those tools also here in America with his local enemies.
Thank you so much for your time tonight. Co-founder of the group Unacceptable 5 years ago to support Israel's protesters in Israel and to apply pressure from abroad to preserve Israel's democracy.